everyone, and welcome back.
Oh.
Hello.
Greetings.
Hi.
Hi. Greetings,
Again.
Earthlings.
Welcome back to episode 2 of the Haunting of Hanashira. Joining me again is my wonderful cast. Say hello, wonderful cast.
Hello, wonderful
Hello,
cast.
Yeah, sorry,
Oh, yeah.
it should be CC, but sorry, I'm new to this whole thing. For those of you who don't know, I also want to give shout outs to people behind the scenes that are helping with the show now. Insha, who is our voice of God producer.
Thanks, Insha. She's the wizard behind the curtain.
Yes. And a zombie fighter who's been producing all the wonderful clips that I've been pushing out this week and will continue to do so for the next little while.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. All right. Also, just a point of order, logistics wise, I got really open captioning because we got a lot of feedback. It was distracting, not accurate. It was just a mess. So in the VOD, I will be switching to closed captioning. So hopefully that will be a little better quality, I'm hoping. Yeah, so instead you'll see at the bottom of the screen 2 counters, 1 for fear. That's how much fear I have. And the countdown timer, which is represented by ginkgo leaves. When the last ginkgo leaf falls, something terrible will happen. Last episode, you guys, we were introduced to your characters, and you were all about to attend the Mujin Gala, or at least some of you were invited. Not all of you, but the important ones anyway.
Oh my god. I wouldn't have put it like that, but okay.
I guess.
You found a dead body by mineshaft number 4, strange, twisted, corrupted somehow, some black ooze coming out of its eyes and nose. You had a wonderful little procession and ceremony to say farewell to this poor miner. In the meantime, Opal, Mal's younger sister, got to oogle Baram a little bit, chase him around town, do a little bit of fangirling on Baram. Zola, you went to the gala, had a brief interlude with your mother, who seemed a little disturbed by the death. You haven't seen that pensive, quiet side of her. She's normally quite the life of the party, all smiles, but to see her like that, kind of little strange.
Yeah.
Mal, you finished your sword/dagger, your sword baby that you conceived together with Zola.
It's my pride and joy.
Yeah. Looks like your
You
father.
presented it. You presented it to Zola at the gala. Inappropriately dressed, still sweaty, still grubby. She invited you in, poured you a hot bath. You got 2 female attendants to watch you disrobe and get into said bath where you're now soaking. Zola, you return to the workshop to put the finishing touches on this new device, a combination of the dagger forged by Mal, made from ghost steel, and your own Magitech invention. Together, you will marry the 2 and create something incredible that you will present to your father, who is expecting this.
Yeah.
He's expecting it to be able to present it to you, to the board of directors, that, hey, this is my daughter. Look how smart she is. Look at the things she created. She should be the new head of engineering.
Oh god.
Damn company.
Yes.
No pressure.
That's the goal.
So when we last left off, you had just slid your device onto the dagger,
Yeah.
and something terrible happened. The dagger screamed. Blood started pouring out your ears. And that's where we ended last session. With, of course, Wannick still wondering where the hell the shoe is.
Oh, yeah. So she is immediately, she's like, she's clutching her ears. And I think I remember I wanted to kind of separate them to see if that would stop the loud screaming of whatever is going on, but her head is ringing horribly right now. So in this like huge like migraine that she has, her eyes spots are everywhere, and at that same time she's trying to work through this pain and separate the two.
Okay. We'll get to that in just one moment.
Okay.
Mujin glows beneath a veil of smoke and celebration. Colorful buntings sway over cobble streets as revelers drink and laugh beneath silk banners and brass lanterns. For tonight is the Mujin Gala, a proud affair to honor both ambition and industry. In the midst of this revelry, for a breathless moment, the world holds still, for there's a sound. It begins as a tremor in the bones, a whine in the teeth, a whisper and rushing blood.
Whoa.
Then it screams. It tears through Mujin like a star collapsing into itself.
Wow.
A dagger, born in secret, forged from ghost steel and pride. It screams into the night. Far above, veiled in cloud in the cold hollow of a mountain shrine, sits a shrouded figure. Before it, an enormous white tiger lifts its head from slumber and lets out a low, rumbling growl. The pale light of a full ember moon falls across the figure's face, catching on old scars. It breathes a heavy, raspy breath. The covenant is broken. Come, Beko. We have work to do.
Oh no, not the sound.
Just looks like a
Already?
ginkgo leaf.
The bell.
Already?
The bell.
Oh, guys, we
just
messed up
rang.
already. Guys, we
Hold
messed up
on.
already.
We didn't do anything. We didn't do anything
What?
wrong.
Already?
What?
Come on.
Byram and Wannick didn't do anything. I don't know about Malachi and Zola, but
Was that the covenant is broken? Come home, we got
covenant
work to
is
do. We got work
Come, Beko. Bakho. That
Ah.
is the name of the white tiger.
Oh.
to do. C-A.
I see. I see. Okay. Okay.
And in the center of town, in the center of Mujin, we find Baram, arm in arm with Opal, as she regales upon him tales of her duties as guard of Mujin, giving you a full report, as promised. And as you stand,
Giving you a full report. She's the town guard.
and as you stand beneath the great ginkgo tree, surrounded by a waiting pool, you hear that horrendous scream stretch across town, followed by a brilliant blue flash. You see the shock waves kind of ripple across the waiting pool, and this great ginkgo shudders, letting loose a number of its crimson leaves. But instead of falling, they rise. They rise maybe 5-10 feet before erupting into blue flame and ash.
What? I instinctively take a couple steps back and kind of try to position myself in between Opal and the tree. What is this? And Wennick is not with us, right? Not at this
No,
moment.
he's still looking for a shoe back in Shantytown.
Okay. What is this?
You hear Opal squeal in delight. Oh, Mujin always has the best fireworks.
I I guess. Are you sure this is related to the gala, or this doesn't feel like a celebration?
But look, as she points up, and you see where the leaves exploded into blue flame. They have transformed into what looks to be beautiful little sprites, maybe the size of a luna moth, quite large butterflies, as they come slowly fluttering down toward you. And she looks up and she gives you squeezes your arm even tighter. Isn't this romantic?
I I guess. Thank you for
Right.
thank you for the full report. I do not know exactly how that relates to the man who died. Apparently you were not at that area when that happened, so but still it was good to hear. Where would your brother be right now? Would he be at the gala presenting his new project?
Oh, speaking of which, he made the most beautiful dagger. And he promised he would give it to me so I could give it to you because I think you could do so much with it. It is.
Really? I always had a feeling that he liked me, so well, it's nice to hear that he got me a present or some sort of gift. That is amazing.
It is. He really does like you. He promised he would.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do I
No.
have a headache all of a sudden?
There's no insight check needed. I believe you.
And
Well,
as you say this, these little sprites, these butterflies, they start to descend upon you. They're landing on your shoulders, your head, and they're light as air. You don't even feel them. And they land over Oakland. She stretches her hands. She kind of puts her spear down, puts her hands up. Oh, look at this. Aren't they so beautiful? Ah! She screams out in pain as you see some of these things start to burrow into her arm.
I would like to quickly try to, I don't know, I don't know, fend those things out of her. Not using any weapons or anything, but I pull out the cloak that I have and try to throw it onto her, like and try to pull those things away.
All right, I'll let you roll an agility check or finesse. Finesse. I'll say this is finesse.
Oh, my agility is better, but okay. So my finesse, which is a 0. So let's do that. Oh God.
You got
Do it.
this. You could do it.
First roll of the
I
night, no
have-
pressure.
No, I have a thing. No, I don't. Okay, so
Don't have a
never
thing. All right.
mind. Yes,
No,
Do I
no
have
thing
a
here.
thing or need help
there we
me?
go. Oh, my dice tray is not working. So let me just load that again. Why is it not working? I
You want
Are
me
can't.
these
You
the
want-
fancy dice that Maya made for you?
No.
No, no, just the.
Are you trying to? What
There was a bit of.
do you want me to? You want me to roll? You want me to roll for you? I have
No,
the best of luck.
I got it. I got it.
Okay.
I can't see the art on the background, but I can roll. So I have a +0. So let's do it. Oh, that was a 20 with fear. So
Just
20 with fear?
yeah.
great start. Great start.
you must be so happy.
All right.
I'm happy for him. That's a 20.
You
No, no.
throw your cloak over Opal, trying to brush these things off of her. But as they do, because you roll with fear, I'm going to make my first GM move.
That's
great.
what. That's
You
what I
don't
said
have
was
to do that.
happy.
You don't.
Great.
Actually, you don't
I
have
love
to do that.
GM. Love
You know,
GM moves.
I was checking the book, and you actually don't have to do that. So you don't have to.
I also read that in the book.
Yeah.
You
He doesn't
notice
have
that there are some also on you. And I'm going to roll an attack on you.
Great. Oh,
All
That's
right.
going to be a miss. So you can start feeling them start to pinch at you. It feels like something's trying to, and you look down. They're like little fairies when you take a closer look at them, and you see them with these massive fangs, just trying to tear chunks out of you as they rip into your arm, your neck, any piece of exposed flesh that they can get to. I am going to spend another fear
Oh.
to continue this
Just
roll.
don't.
Great.
That's
Oh,
fine.
man.
I've got 10 fear to spend, guys.
Yeah.
I'm on a roll
Oh.
here.
I
Yeah,
knew you were
yeah.
waiting to unload those.
Use them or lose them,
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Come on, come
No,
on.
that's not how that
Yep,
works.
yep.
It's fine. It's fine. I
And
got
you
this.
are now swarmed by them. There's not just
Okay.
one. There are a dozen of them just flying around you, pecking at you on Opal too. You have 2 swarms to deal with, 2 hordes, they're called in Daggerheart. And on top of that, you feel the earth rumble beneath you. There are continuing ripples spreading across the wading pool. And the earth erupts beneath you as roots from this ginkgo tree reach up and try to entangle you.
What did I do?
You're going to spend another fear.
You joined as a player in his game. That's what you did.
I need
Is
you
Malachite doing this?
I need to make an agility reaction roll for me, please.
Agility. Okay, it's just agility. Okay. +1. Let's do it. Oh, okay. Okay, so that was a 11 with hope.
Okay.
That is exactly what you needed. So take that hope.
Oh,
You manage.
Okay.
You managed
few.
to avoid the roots, but I'm also going to roll for Opal. Opal, unfortunately, is bound up in these roots, and you can see that she's starting to get crushed by them.
Okay.
sheesh.
I'm also going to spend one more fear.
Great.
Let
That's what they're
me-
here for.
Wait. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Wait a minute. Wait. Okay.
And as you
Oh.
see these vines and these roots kind of reaching up and grabbing and restraining Opal, she now has a restrained condition.
Great.
Her eyes just kind of roll back into her head,
Sheesh.
and she stands motionless as these things start eating into her and these roots start to try to rip her apart.
No. I pull out my sword and I try to with the moves that I learned with my master, I try to throw some specific cuts directed towards those things that are on her without hurting her. I also have I have forceful push, so when I attack with my primary weapon, if I hit, I can knock them back. So I would like to try and do that with those things, whatever they are.
All right. So sorry, which weapon are you using?
I'm going to use I got my rapier. I'm gonna use that. My main weapon. Okay. That's
No
a
pressure.
+2. Oh, if she dies, you're gonna blame me.
Oh God.
Ah,
Okay.
ah,
Oh.
okay. That was
Not
a
bad.
12. That was a 12, but with fear, so.
All right. So I'll take that fear. But you do manage to make contact with this root. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. Okay. What is this? Oh, there we go. Okay, it's this one plus. There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
I got a plus. Nope, never mind, because I rolled with fear. Never mind.
8.
So that's 6
that's
points.
8 total.
8 points of damage?
Yeah.
All right. So you chop into the root that's holding her. You rolled with fear.
Yes, I did.
As you hit the root, you notice that it's almost like a shudder travels up the root and into the tree. And the tree shakes a little more, and more of these leaves are loosened. They fall down, they fall up, they burst into flame, and more of these sprites are born.
Okay.
I am going to shift the camera to Wanek. You stand outside this beautiful scene of this man cradled in these beautiful branches and vines, and all you can think of is your shoe. You have an incredible sense of loss and obsession. It is the only thing you can think of at this point until you hear that scream, until you see that bright blue flash from atop a workshop on the other side of town. It shakes you out of this reverie, and you notice that beautiful dais that you had created to honor this man in his passing is now twisted. It writhes like snakes. Thorns start to extrude from it as it starts to worm toward you. I'm going to spend a fear here
Yeah.
because I have so many of them.
Yeah.
We gave him so many.
Might as well. Might
As
as
it
well.
reaches out with these tendrils. Now make an attack. I'm rolling like garbage tonight, so it misses you, thankfully. But you can see this thing just kind of crawling towards you, this bundle, writhing mass of branches and thorns. What would Warnock like to do at this point?
He's in Ninsu's house with all the neighbors and his wife and child. Yeah. He steps in front of him and he reaches behind his back and he takes his staff out. His staff is like woven into his backbone and it's like a click. And all of a sudden he has this 10-foot, 3.5-meter staff and he swings it so that it's behind him in like a barrier. And he just yells at Ninsu's wife and daughter and the neighbors to flee the house or their little tin shed. And he's standing with his staff out like he's holding it right behind his back as a barrier, and he's standing right in front of him. And he just turns his head a little bit and just stands there, and he's afraid whatever this is going to attack Ninsu's wife and daughter, and he's going to stand in that way and draw its attention really to himself and attack it. He's worried that it's going to attack all of them. And so he can't have that happen. He has no idea what it's going to do. And he's going to use one of his skills because he has no idea, I think, in this moment, one of his ranger skills where he can spend 3 hope, and it's called Ranger Hope, and it holds them off. And if he succeeds at his attack, he can roll 2 additional times and attack these tendrils that are coming out from Ninsu's thing. So if he can attack it, he holds it back to allow everyone to escape, and he gets 2 more attacks if he's successful on his first one, but he has to spend 3 hope to do it.
All right, go for it. Spend that hope.
So he's going to make his attack. And he gets a +1 with instinct. So he rolled a 20 with fear.
Still a 20.
You hit. Go ahead. How much damage do you do?
He does 1d10 + 3. So there's the 10. So
Nice.
he does 13 points on that first hit. Then he gets to make 2 additional attacks at the
Alright.
limbs
Nice.
coming out.
Nice.
So I'll just roll them really quickly. Tandem,
All right.
really.
So this bramble has a feature called momentum. That means every time you oh no, that's when I hit. Never mind. You're good.
Pay no attention.
His second hit is a 15, and his third attack is a 8.
All right, with hope. Are these? Do you count these with a hope or fear? Do they count?
It doesn't say. I think whenever
Okay,
he
if they're
makes a
separate
roll,
attacks, then Then
Yeah.
I'm collecting hope. I'm collecting fury. Go ahead and take that one hope.
Actually,
But you
it's two
did.
hope. Oh, once because I only made
One.
one. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So you hit with your second attack, missed with your third.
The third one does 10 more points, so he's done a total of 23
All right. So he's down
to these massive brambles, and then he just yells out, "Flee, friends, flee! One equal stand, flee!"
All right. As you swing and you're with a great staff, pieces of this bramble, these vines go flying off as you start shredding this thing. It is seriously damaged, but it's still coming at you. But I'm going to pan the camera once more and across town, where there is a Dracona lounging in a hot tub,
Yeah.
attended by two women as they gently scrub the backs of his hands and his arms. Sorry, go ahead.
No, he's with no context of what's happening outside of this. He's on cloud 9. Mal's like, finally. Who would have thought of my first masterpiece, and now I get a bath and attendance? I could get used to this.
As one of the attendants kind of strokes the back, I don't know, do you have hair? I don't know.
As a draconian, he has the scales kind of branch outwards, almost like little hooked horns. So they're not necessarily hair, but like every dracona has different sort of ways that their scales and horns sort of branch out depending on their bloodline, their demeanor, their facets of life. But yeah, his are more like it's hooked, very simple, like his father's, like nothing crazy, but they are large because he is in turn large.
Okay. So one of the attendants like grabs a piece of soap and starts stroking like your horns, cleaning, making sure they're scrubbed clean. When you hear the scream and the bright burst of blue light, the attendants kind of freeze as they wonder, what was that?
Mal gets up out of the tub.
I'm going to spend a point of fear here to interrupt you.
Do it.
Oh, okay.
As
How
you
you
try to
do that?
get out of this tub, which was once, just a second ago, piping hot, it is now ice cold. You see hoarfrost start to cake the walls and every surface of this room, and you can see your breath. And the women that are attending to you suddenly look panicked, and they mutter the word Gwishin, which means ghost. And they just take off.
Wait, my fancy clothes!
At the far end of the tub, a head emerges.
Go.
All you see is stringy, wet black hair. Long, no face.
Great.
The shoulders appear, and she seems to be wearing some white robe. Beneath her skin is pale gray, the color of a dead fish.
I think Mal immediately screams. And I think instinctually he would respond with a Dracona feature of elemental breath. I use my breath weapon against a target or group of targets within very close range, now knowing that the attendants have fled. And I roll with instinct. I'm just like literally screams, and instinctually it's like a panicked scream in addition to spitting fire right in front of point blank. So, if I may roll, if there's anything else
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, just checking if you want to throw more fear at me. I feel
No, not quite yet. I'll let you make this roll.
Not quite yet. Great.
no problem. All right, so I have a +1 to my instinct, so that's not terrible. Okay, +1. Let's do this. Ooh.
Okay.
So that is a
okay.
19 with hope.
That is a success.
Heck yeah. So my breath weapon does 1d8 +1 magic damage. As it's sort of like his neck like fills a little bit, like, and you can hear the sounds of crackling like sparks as it just sort of ignites in his mouth with a click of his tongue, and it just shoots out in a spray at this creature, which also I think projects him backwards and almost out of the tub.
All right. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Can do. I had a D8 prepared. D8 plus 1. No, didn't want to roll it. What?
D8 plus 1.
D8. There, we're just going to try this, and because I've noticed that sometimes it said an error, but we're going to try it again. There we go.
There we go.
That is 6 magic damage.
All right. So as you scream / belch fire at this rising figure at the other end of your tub, you can see that it just it hits her, does a little bit of damage, but it does more. It just creates steam in this room now, and you just see the wet hair kind of singed a little.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But she raises a bony ivory white finger at you.
No!
The worst kind.
You rolled with hope, so it's still you. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I think the momentum of the blast of fire causes him to like almost like barrel roll backwards out of the tub. He very quickly throws a towel far too small to cover himself, because for whatever reason, even though he's in a dangerous situation, he's like, I'm also naked. He throws on a towel, and he's gonna scan the room. He knows that his sweaty, gross stuff was kind of sitting on a bench to the left, and he sees sort of sitting there is his greatsword, and he's going to dash for it to grab it, and hopefully in the same momentum take a nice big like baseball swing at this ghost.
All right, so this is going to be 2 rolls. I need you to make an agility roll to see if you can escape the tub and get to your sword without an opportunity attack.
Can do. Looks at agility +0. Let's do it. So that's just going to be a regular roll. That's an 11 with hope.
Okay.
All right, take the hope, but it is a failure.
I
So,
will gladly take it.
so as you get out of the tub, you grab the towel as much modesty as you can muster. You lunge for your sword, but you slip. The floor is wet. It's now that the moisture that was collecting on the floor is now turned to ice. It's like a skating rink in here now. Don't quite make it, and as you you slip onto the floor, you can see this woman reach over the edge of the tub and try and drag you back in. I'm going to make an attack roll for her. That is going to be a 21. Does that beat?
Yeah, I mean, technically I don't. I'm not sure how the armor affects here, but my evasion's only 9, so that hits me.
Yeah, that will be a hit. Yeah, and you have no armor on, so this is going to hurt.
Yeah.
Yay! I say.
I'm
Mal
sure he
goes,
pays.
"Ah!"
No.
So this is going to be 7 points of physical damage.
Okay. So,
And I believe your severe, when you're not wearing armor, your severe threshold is going to be 2.
okay.
So
A very cool thing here that's actually going to kick in is another Dracona feature is my scales. My scales act as natural protection. When I would take severe damage, I may mark a stress and take 1 less hit point of damage, which I will absolutely do.
Sure.
all right.
So then instead of
She
taking,
managed.
I take
Sorry, go
2
ahead.
then. Yeah, so instead of
You,
3, I
you do
take
take 2.
Okay.
I'm going to mark a stress on this creature. And she does manage to grab you and pull you towards the tub. And as she does so, your face is right next to her and her mouth is right next to your ear, and she whispers something in your ear. What is Mal's greatest fear.
Oh.
Okay. Mal's greatest fear would probably be the the death of anyone in his family being his fault. Like, I think being the doom of his family would be the worst thing. Like, he takes pride in being like being the forger for the family right now, and he knows his father's going into retirement, his sister's just starting her journey. I think dooming the family to death in some way would destroy him.
As she pulls you close, whispering in your ear, "Your sister will join me soon."
God.
I need you to make a presence
Jesus
reaction roll
Christ.
for me, please.
Ooh. Here's what's awesome. Presence is my -1.
It
Hell
kind of
yeah.
fits. It kind of
You got
fits.
this. You got this. It's okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Okay.
It's just
it's
a
all
roll.
right, It's all right.
It's just some dice.
It's just some
Yeah,
dice.
it's just
Let's
numbers.
do it.
Just dice.
Yeah, it's fine.
Doubles,
Nice.
baby. Doubles.
Yeah, let's go. And boxcars.
Yeah.
Oh, almost.
18. 18.
Okay.
Well, 17 with fear. So,
This is a reaction roll, so fear, hope doesn't matter, but that
Okay.
does pass. You feel her word kind of hit you, but if you had failed, you would have felt an incredible sense of despair, and you would have allowed her to pull you into this tub.
I've seen enough horror movies to know you get pulled into a tub by a ghost, it's over. Okay.
Yeah.
I think the success in this is when the ghost mentions his sister, something does snap in him, and it's not despair, it's anger. And I think he's going to, as this is happening, being pulled back with his tail, he will have pulled his sword closer to him. And as she's saying this to him, he slowly like drops one of his hands, like keeping eye contact, and he goes, "You dare speak ill of the Ember Songs!" And he's going to violently swing his sword with the flat side to sort of bash this ghost in the face with it.
All right, go ahead and make that roll.
Okay.
And
Is she incorporeal? Well, I guess we'll see.
we'll find out. But I'm also going to spend, I believe, yeah, let's do it. I'm going to spend 3 hope to activate my warrior hope ability of No Mercy. I gain a
Yeah.
+1 bonus to all of my attacks until my next rest.
Yeah. Come on.
So,
Use it.
and my greatsword rolls with strength. So with my bonus here, it's going to be a 2d12 plus 3.
Nice.
And let's see. Let's hit a ghost. Ooh.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a 10 with hope.
Help. Ghosty.
It's still so damn slippery in this room. You managed to grab your sword with your tail, which is awesome. You pull it into your hand, and as you're about to swing with it, you just lose your footing, and you just kind of slide, and you swing wide.
Yep, I do that thing that you see people do when they're outside shoveling snow and he doesn't realize you're standing in ice. He kind of slips around trying to keep balance, and he puts his sword on the ground to keep maintain. His tail tucks into the ground, and he just picks himself back up. And he's just staring the molten daggers at this ghost.
I'm going to pan the camera once more back to our workshop, where we find a young wizard, blood streaming down her cheeks from her ears. On the floor in front of you lie the marriage of the dagger and your magitech.
Yes.
What do you do at this point?
Still, yeah, she's going to leap for it and try to separate them.
All right.
So.
You pick up the sword and dagger, the dagger and magitech combination device.
Yeah.
I need you to make a strength reaction roll for me, please.
Okay.
You got this. You're so strong.
It is a 9 with hope.
Wait, your hope is your
Sorry.
red die?
Sorry.
Oh,
Fear. Uh-oh.
Oof.
It's a 9 with fear. Yeah.
All right, you fail with fear. You are immediately going to take a point of stress
Yep.
as
Makes sense.
you pick up the dagger and the device. You see a beam almost, but it's not straight. It's not like a laser beam. It's more like a wide angle flashlight being emitted from your dagger, and it hits the walls of your workshop. And as it does so, it starts to swirl. And you see all of the papers and the scrolls and your books start to flap around and whirl around wildly. Your little familiar is clutching the back of your cape so it doesn't get flung off by the sudden whirlwind in front of you. I'm going to spend a fear here. Top of that.
Oh, perfect. Great.
well, everyone else was getting fear. You should too.
Oh, no. It's only fair.
I still somehow
Only
managed to
fair.
have 8. I still have 8 fear. You see in the midst of this whirlwind, it turns black, almost ashen in color, and a face emerges from this ash. It's kind of featureless. It's almost like a smoky face. It's kind of pushing itself out of this whirlwind as it looks at you.
And she just stumbles and like stumbles back as she sees it.
Hello, little maker.
Just speechless looking at it.
I will spend, actually, I did spend a fear already. I need you to make a presence reaction roll for me, please.
Okie dokie. I will do my best.
That is a critical success.
Oh!
There it is.
There we go.
I said, okay, you listen. I know we all had to get one at one point during the series.
Hell
Okay.
Hey, that's a good time to get one. Hell
All
yeah.
right, this thing is trying to scare the shit out of you, but you rolled a
Yeah.
critical success to resist it. What does that look like?
As it's trying to scare me,
Yeah.
I think I'm holding on to my familiar as well. So like my arm goes up and just using that as like a sort of comfort because she's never seen anything like this. And so her mind is trying to find something tangible and practical to ground herself in. So she's holding on to that at the same time. And that is what's keeping her sane.
Okay.
Like eyes are still wide because this is crazy, but she's not losing her mind.
All right. It
Yeah.
backs up a little when it realizes its fear effect doesn't seem to affect you. And it cocks its ashen face a little to the side. It now seems more curious about you than anything. In the meantime, this maelstrom is still swirling
Yeah.
around you.
Can I this might be a bad idea. Can I try to kind of capture it?
How would you like to do that?
In her workshop, she has many like boxes and things like that. So she has one on her desk. I don't know if it's in a maelstrom. If it's in the maelstrom, it's probably flying around. If she can kind of grab one and she wants to put it inside of it and to
I'm going to say
study
this
it.
is an agility check.
Come on, come on.
Agility.
About to Ghostbusters this.
Not her best. Not her
Hell yeah.
best. Okay.
Nah, you got this. You got this. Hell yes! 2!
Bang, bang,
That's
baby.
2, baby! Yes!
Wow, this is crazy. All right, so go ahead. You gain a hope. You reduce a stress for that critical success.
Did I get a hope for the other critical? Because I didn't count that.
No,
one.
that was a reaction roll. You don't
Reaction.
get-
Okay, got it. Reduce stress. Oh my god.
Incredible.
Oh my god. Okay. So you said
So-
what?
So gain a hope, reduce the stress,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
tell me how you somehow capture this ashen face in a box.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So she has like a glass box that has kind of like mechanical contraptions that move along, kind of like a train. along the box, and so she sees it floating, and so she's going to use her wand, and she's going to catch the box, and it's going to kind of like sucking the face into it, and you see her point at the face, and it gets shoved into the box, and the box claps shut. And you can kind of see it. It's just large, not large, but maybe like 3 foot by 3 foot wide. You can see the face now inside of it. Did the maelstrom, like, did everything stop spinning in the room?
Yeah, as you capture this face inside this box, you just hear it go, no! And the entire whirlwind just kind of funnels into this box, and you somehow capture it.
And so I will catch it as everything kind of starts to fall back down to the ground. And I'm just holding it, and I'm like looking at it. And she's like, what the hell is this? And she'll like tap at it if the face is still there.
You can see the face inside of it just kind of bouncing around in it, trying to get out.
Yeah, so she's holding it like, oh my God.
At the precise moment you manage to capture this face in this glass box of yours, bottom, all of those beautiful little blue sprites that you're flailing around with, they just kind of disappear into a shower of blue spark and ash. Wannock, as you're whacking away at this bush, this bramble full of thorns, it just drops limp, and you can see the leaves and the thorns and just kind of shrivel up and die. And Mal, as you are standing there, mostly naked, holding your great sword on this very slippery floor.
Naked, yeah, he's naked and afraid.
Yeah.
You can see the woman in the tub just kind of retract her hand and slowly sink beneath the surface as the temperature in the room returns to normal.
Mal kicks the tub over to make sure it's gone. And then like has his sword up like with one hand, with both hands. He's like, he just kicks the tub over.
Sheesh. You know how much that cost?
No.
Zola. A few moments later, you hear pounding footsteps rushing up to your workshop and a loud bang, bang, bang on your door.
Who is it? She doesn't go to open the door.
Zola, are you all right? It's your father.
Oh, she will go to rush to open the door, and you could see like her eyes are just manic, and she's still holding the box, like she's not trying to hide it. And he can see the blood coming from her ears, and she looks crazy. I imagine like everything's kind of fussed around, her hair, the clothes, and she rips the door open. Which is, I caught this. I don't know what it is. And she's like holding the box and like trying to show him. I don't know what this is.
He holds his hands out to take the box, and he looks at it and says, This is your creation.
No, I didn't create this. It just showed up in my room. I didn't create it.
How did you summon it?
I didn't summon it. I didn't summon it. This wasn't me. It just appeared in my room. You have to believe me.
You're still holding your dagger with the device in one hand and the wand in the other, or
No, because I wasn't able to separate it. I think she just dropped it.
Okay.
But she just has her wand on her still. Yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing?
Truly astounding, Zola. I am so proud of you.
You are?
You have achieved on this most auspicious night something that the engineers of Dahan Company and the king himself, you have unlocked the secret. Come, hurry. I must show the board. As he takes the box, kind of tucks it under one arm, and he reaches out for you with his other hand.
can I roll to comprehend? Or,
Yeah, go ahead and make an instinct check.
yeah.
Roll to see if
Okay.
your dad's being sus.
He's not this nice and complimentary. That is a 9 with fear.
I'll take that fear back up to 9 fear. He seems genuinely proud of you. Like you said, he doesn't show emotion that often. For him to be this exuberant, this effusive of what you've just done here, this is clearly something huge and very important to him.
Okay. She'll grab his hand then. Does it feel warm?
It does. And this is probably the first time you have held your father's hand.
Yeah, no,
my
this
God.
this is all strange.
Even the dog is crying.
Oh,
like,
that's
what the hell?
oh, that's coming from Andrew. I was like, where is that coming from?
Yeah, that's a very unhappy dog.
Okay. Do you want to take a break to let him out?
No, even if I let him out, he wants his mommy. That's what he's
Okay,
talking about.
okay.
Oh, I see.
Only she will satisfy him. Okay.
Me too.
yeah,
After
this is
that,
this whole ordeal is strange, and so I guess she's just going with the strangeness of this night. But he didn't comment on her look, and she would like to clean up first.
Okay. Do
So,
you tell him that?
oh,
Because if it were up to him, he'd just pull you right out and take you away.
yeah, as his hand is out, she's can I clean up first? Like, does he not comment on the blood on her or no?
No, he's not looking at you. He's looking at the box. It's, oh yes, of course, Ola. Take as much time as you need, and I'll just meet you outside. And
Okay.
he walks away.
Is the dagger and her Magitech contraption component? Are they still screaming?
No.
is it be-
In fact, as you look
Oh,
at them
okay.
on the ground, it would seem before when Mal originally gave you the blade, it was a nice bluish hue, nice tint to it, and then you could see the veins of ghost light going through it. It seems inert now.
Interesting. Okay. I think it's inert. I think she's still gonna take it with her though, as she's just quickly cleaning up. Her hands are a little bit shaking as she's looking in the mirror and just trying to she's like wiping with the hand shaking and the blood and cleaning that up. And she'll pick up the magic contraption with the dagger as well.
In the center of town, as the roots withdraw and these sprites just poof, disapparate, you can see Opal standing there. She is a bloody mess,
She.
bruised and bloody everywhere. As her eyes just kind of roll back into her face, just kind of, what happened?
I kneel beside her, try to hold her so she doesn't spend the rest of her energy. And I'm like, you were attacked by something. What do you feel? And I try to look at her wounds. I can't heal.
Oh.
I have no healing.
You look at her arms, it's covered in welts and just large chunks of flesh just torn out of her.
Oh my god.
And they look black, as if they've been poisoned almost.
I try to pick her up gently, and I ask, "Where can we go? Your brother. Where can we go to heal you?
Take me home.
Your home. Okay." And I will ask her where exactly her home is, and I'll run.
All right.
Just heavy breaths, and I'll just run towards her house. Seeing if I can. I don't know if Wennick is on the way or something, but if I can find him, that'd be better.
Wanik,
'Cause
what are you
I'm
up
not.
to?
Wanik, as it dies back, he probably catches sight of that blackness, and he bolts out of that little tin hut. He moves so quickly, he forgets the duck, and the little tin roof rides over the top of his head and lifts off, and then crashes back down as he's outside. Hera Guam, the Princess of Bees, is half in, half out of the hollow she's carved in his chest. And he looks down at her. Guam! Friend bottom! Friend bottom! And Hera Guam rises up in this spiraling flight until she's maybe 20 feet, 8 meters above him. And you see her just hover in the cardinal directions. And then she folds her wings and drops on the top of his head and does this little intricate bee dance, giving him directions. And he lifts up his nose.
Oh, got it.
And he catches the faint scent of Bottom, and he goes in this loping run towards him, this huge kind of legs towards Bottom to see if he can catch up with him, because he has no idea what's going on.
He's not that far, so you will see Bottom kind of carrying Opal out of the town square.
Friend, Bottom! Bottom, friend! What has happened?
Bottom's eyes are... They can't focus on anything, but he notices Wanek, and with a slightly different voice, he says, Wanek, please help. Can you heal? Please. It's...
Yes.
Malachite's sister.
Put her down. Put her down.
I'd stop running. It's Malachite's sister. We were attacked by something, a sprite or a creature. A bunch of creatures. We need to take her home.
Wanek looks down at her, and then Bottom hears him speak the language of bees. It's this staccato kind of buzz coming out from the center of a much deeper sound. It kind of shakes all around him. Pataguam, the Princess of Bees, is on top of his head looking over, and there's buzzing going between both of them. Somewhat of an argument, almost sounds like it, because Haraquam isn't really happy about it. And then Wanek says out loud, You have promised, Haraquam. I keep my promise, you keep yours. And she drops from the top of his head and lands on the center of Opal's chest. And Bottom sees this long black stinger come out. And
what are you doing?
Jab into Opal.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Okay.
And then the stinger kind of retracts, and Harak Guam's wings buzz as fast as possible and comes up to him and crawls up on. And there's a little bit of buzzing between her. Wanek stays quiet. Mechanically, that is Wanek using his one and only heal potion.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll a 1d4 for me, please, Wanek.
That's weird as fuck. But okay.
Hey, as long as it helps.
You got this. Oh.
4. Nicely done.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you can see the color kind of return to Opal's face. Orange, I believe it was.
Yes.
And the welts start to decrease in size. They're still there, noticeable, but not as angry as before. And the black color turns more of a purplish bruise-like look.
We need to take her to her home. We need to take her to Malachite. She needs to be with her family.
Wanek, right? Wanek looks at Bottom, and he knows that Malachite likes Bottom less than he deserves. And he looks at Bottom and he goes, You take Bottom's sister. You take his sister, Bottom too. Malachite, you carry Opal to him. Make sure she is safe. I follow.
Okay. Come on up. You'll be okay. Follow me, and I'll get her again. And if she's able to continue talking, get her, the less a couple of directions so I can get to their place, their house. I don't know
Yes.
if the Malachite's forge is the place that where he works is the same like as his house or
The home is also the forge. That's a
okay.
big structure. At
Home
the
is
end
where
of
the
town.
forge is what
Yeah,
they
Home is
say
where the
at
forge
town.
is. Yes,
Yeah.
It's fire, flint, and family.
Yep.
absolutely. Yeah.
There you go. Beautiful.
Live
Uh,
and laugh.
So speaking of Mal,
Oh no.
you now stand in a very wet room.
Yeah, and he's checked the puddle that's come out of the tub. Like, made nothing seems to be coming out. He is. I would say, would he have been able to see out from where that blue explosion came from when all this happened?
Yeah, you can look out the window.
Okay. Um, yeah, I think him realizing that he's an uninvited guest, half naked in a destroyed bathroom, doesn't look good. So, and the one person who could clear this for him is nowhere to be seen. Um, and I think he would surmise that something. I think because Mal has lived in Mujin all his life, he knows the city pretty well. So when he sees the explosion go off, I think he would know that that would be a general location of Zola's workshop. And he would just throw on his now very cold clothes, not even the nice stuff. He throws on his old stuff. He takes a look at the nice clothes for a moment and thinks better of it, be like, realizing once again, just looking at the scene, he's like, I knew it was too good to be true. And he throws his old clothes back on, soaking wet and cold, grabs his sword, and he dashes out towards Zola's workshop to see what happened.
There is chaos in the main area where the gala was happening. You can see the shockwave that rippled through town, basically destroyed a large portion of the sky. All the glass, like chandeliers, the glass fountain, and the drinks shattered, and people are wondering what. People kind of toppled over. Some of them hurt looking. And they're just all kind of recovering. You can see Zola's mother. Can I get you to make an instinct check for me, please?
That I can do. Instinct, that is going to be a +1. So let's see what happens. Instinct
You got this. You got this.
+1. Yeah.
Let's go.
Ooh,
There we go.
that is
there we
a
go.
20
There we
with
go.
hope,
All right.
Nice.
which is good because I
When you
spent
look
3.
at Zola's mother, Zola Sr., she seems distracted. She no longer has that normal, like almost painted on smile. She is clearly distraught, and you see her rush out a back exit.
Mal is his sense of urgency to leave is like doubled, and he's going to, because he assumes if she's in distress and something's wrong with Zola, and also doesn't want to. He's like, because again, just the sheer difference of this big, like gross looking guy in the midst of chaos. He doesn't want to draw any unwanted attention, so he's going to do his best to duck and cover out, to follow Zola's mother.
Okay. You notice quite quickly that the direction Zola's mother is traveling is not in the direction of the workshop. In fact, it looks like she is leaving town.
I think when outside of the gala and realizing she's not going towards the workshop, he would like make his presence known, being like, hey, I'm a friend of Zola's. Can you stop for a second? I think something bad happened. Oh, you're really fast.
Can you make a presence check for me, please?
Yay. I am bad at this one. I love it.
It's okay. You could roll a critical.
Yeah. And I don't.
Hey! There we go. Just gotta call it out. That's it.
I just gotta call it out. That
Now we know.
cake.
That's insane.
There we
You
go.
guys are crazy. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Gain
You
a
guys
hope,
are
reduce the
cheating.
stress. Seriously.
I've also said in a past game, just don't roll 2 1s, and then they have. So I have a way with my words. So good.
You have some sort of strange portent ability, and I will not question it, but I will express gratitude all the same. As yeah.
Thank you, fellow player.
Zola's mother stops dead in her tracks, and she turns slowly to address you.
Thank you for stopping. I'm Malachite Amber Song of Amber Songs. That's not important right now. What's going on? I don't understand. There was an explosion, and I'm pretty sure something bad happened. Where are you going?
She looks at you, and I know you. I know your family. Go to Zola. Ensure she is safe. As she kind of looks over her shoulder down the path that she was traveling. I must go.
I don't want to. I mean, I just met you, and I don't want to come off too opinionated, but I feel as though Zola would need her mom in an emergency more so than just I'll say friend. I think we're also good. We're business associates, but I would also say friend. But I think like if it's a running thing, you can jump on my shoulder. We can run, so you don't have to ruin your nice dress. What? Why are you leaving?
You can see she is clearly torn. Just, Mujin is in great danger. I must go.
Yeah,
But then
I mean, I get that. Running to go is a good thing, but why just you? Why not grab your daughter and your husband and I don't know. I don't know if the bath people are your employees. I'm not sure, but obviously at least the family.
No, you don't understand. Don't understand.
I'm trying to, but I was raised that family's like top priority, so that's the part I'm having a hard time understanding from you. Like I understood that Zola's dad was kind of a stiff, but I didn't come on. You're not giving me a very good reason to leave and abandon your family. If your daughter's in danger, you should come with me.
It is already done. I need to try and make reparations.
I feel like there's a piece of this giant puzzle. Maybe there's like 4 pieces I'm not getting. Reparations for what? And why does that mean you need to leave? What do I tell Zola? Hi, I saw your mom. She decided to leave.
She seems to come out of her daze for a moment and seems to see you for the first time. You're Malachite. You're an Ember Song.
Yes. He puffs his chest up just a little bit because based on the last guy that didn't know who he was.
Well, yes, I am.
Then you know. You know. And then she just kind of looks a little confused. We must go see Zola. Hurry.
That's what I was saying. Brilliant idea. And here, take my hand. Takes his massive draconic hand. Sorry if it's wet. It's not my sweat. It was bathwater.
Is that better?
I don't know if that's better. I don't know if that's better or worse. Just know that I'm
Yeah.
clean.
There you go.
Okay.
You make your way back to Zola's workshop, where in Zola you have finished cleaning yourself up. You look at yourself in a polished mirror. What does she see?
I think she sees a very scared woman, and she's really freaking out. I think she sees someone who could really use tenderness and care rather than coldness, and just thinking about her devices. I think she sees someone who could use a hug, and I think some disappointment and a little bit of sadness that her father didn't seem to care about the state that she was in.
All right. You hear the voice of your father say, yes, she's upstairs, as she talks to Mal, who has just arrived at the bottom of your stairs.
Mal would immediately be very loud. Is she okay? What happened here? What are you holding?
Oh, never mind that. She's fine. She's just cleaning herself up. Go on up. She'll be happy to see you. I'm just going to take this to the board.
Well,
And you see him start walking down the street,
Um,
back towards
hey,
the gala.
yeah, nice to meet you too, buddy. Cool. Great dad move. He looks to Zola's mom and be like, does he not like anybody?
When she looks at her husband walking away, there is a coldness in her eyes, a distance.
It's like that. Mal's been around people enough to know like that kind of look, to understand the friction or lack thereof of passion between people, because he's been surrounded by nothing but the opposite his whole life. So when it's not like that, it's very like it's keenly sensitive to it. I'll go get her. Just please don't do what he did and just leave. All right?
No, I'd like. I'm coming up with you.
Oh, that's even better. Let's go.
So you
And,
two make your way up. That's a question for you guys. How far is Malachite's home from Zola's workshop?
Her workshop
same
is in
area,
the
right?
same place as the gala, her family home. So it's like it's like a detachment, but it's still a part in the same compound. So I imagine we're far from each other because we're in the we're kind of, I don't know, the rich area.
the fancy
Posh
district.
area.
Yeah, this is like Bel Air. It's kind of like gated. So
Yeah, and I think we
you're
confirmed.
not.
Yeah.
You're not. Yeah.
I think we confirmed that a lot of the artisans and merchants kind of live sort of like on the other edge of town. So it's unfortunately, I think, pretty decent
Yeah.
distance
It's pretty
away.
far.
In that case, I'm going to pan back to the Malachite household, where we see Bahram and Wanek carrying or escorting an injured Opal back home. Just outside, before you enter the home, Opal turns to Bahram and says, I'm sorry, tonight was a little strange. It's not normally how I behave. I'm not quite sure what came over me. I hope we can spend some more time together.
Girl.
No,
Girl.
That actually broke me. Wait.
She's digmatized.
that's just swinging at everything.
Jesus Christ.
Wait. Please don't apologize, for none of that was your fault. And trust me, I've had worse nights. tonight was relatively okay. Just please, we need to focus on your well-being right now. I'm gonna leave you with your family, and I'm gonna try to find your brother. Okay?
Okay, yeah, I was going to say it's probably not best. Good if you came in. My father's a little touchy about guys I date.
Date.
Excuse me?
And she gives you a quick peck on the cheek, grabs her spear, rushes in the door, and closes the door.
Oh no! Oh bottom. Oh no.
If he wasn't dead before.
Oh no.
Yes.
Bottom, bottom. Friend bottom, she smells good.
Wow.
Okay. Can you stand? I'm gonna put her down. If she's able to stand, just please go see your family and make sure you're okay. Get some rest.
Yeah. Go. She's starting to blush now. She's just trying to get into the house now. She's embarrassed as all hell right now. So she's just
Oh,
kind of.
now she's embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yes. Good.
And she's bye, Padam.
Bye, Opal.
Oh, and bye, Mr. Mushroom.
Opal Ember Song, we have shared food together. Do you not remember your brother brought me to your house? Or maybe you were on duty and I do not remember.
That means we are married.
Oh God. Oh no.
Bye, Padam.
Bye.
I'll call on you
Bye.
tomorrow.
Don't have to. Bye. Good night.
You don't have to.
Oh my god.
Closes the door.
That girl is gonna be so disappointed. Okay, let's go find Malachite and Zola. Let's.
Friend bottom, you find Malachite and Zola. I will
Yes.
go talk to the tree.
Were you attacked as well? Or was that just me?
No,
That sounds like something that would happen just to me. So I'm okay if that's the case, but I just want to make sure. Were you attacked?
yes, we were attacked at Nunsu's house. Terrible vines came up of the beautiful thing I made.
Vines. Perhaps it's a spiritual thing. Just give me a second before we go. And Bottom will take a couple steps back, and he will touch the sword on his back, the hilt, which is his master's sword, but he does not pull it out. He does not unsheath it. He will just touch it and close his eyes, and he was going to breathe in, breathe out, pull out his own sword, and he's gonna go over some specific moves as if a form of sword kata, and his muscles get tense as if he's trying to draw something from inside of him and manipulate the spiritual energy in him and around him to do something. And it fails immediately. God. Never mind. I guess I am too tired. I was attacked. I swear this doesn't happen often. Usually it's okay. I put the sword back. I unsheath it. Well, I'll try to make sense of this another time. Let's find our friends. Let's see if they're okay.
It's good, friend bottom. We should make sure they are okay.
Yes. Okay. All right. And he start walking. He knows where Zola's house is because he's been not there but near in the past. And she mentioned before that they were at the gala, so I assume they're over there. So we should go over there. I don't think we have invitations though. I don't think we're allowed inside. Should we sneak in? No. I immediately regretted it. I mean, what do you think?
Let us see what we find first. Bottom,
Yes.
the doors may be open.
Maybe. I want to talk to them. I don't. You know, the guards, they make me a little anxious. I don't want to talk to any. Her family is weird. Have you seen her father? It's weird. He's got a weird energy about him. I dislike it.
Do they walk by the tree?
You kind of well, yeah, you would walk by the tree.
On the
Yeah.
way, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Wannick puts a big hand on Bottom's shoulder.
Ow.
Friend Bottom, I will talk to the tree, ask questions, and catch up with you. It will not take long.
Talk to a tree.
Yes. Find out why it attacked you with its, you said fairies? And he kind of taps.
Some weird sprites, little flamey things, butterflies from hell. I don't know what those are. Would I know what those are? Like, I don't
I've
know.
seen them before.
Yeah.
Butterflies from hell? What's their
Butterflies
stat
from
block?
hell.
What is that?
Yes. Butterflies from hell. It's in the book. I checked it.
Is it the book? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's in
okay.
the book. It's in the book. Yeah.
Tell me later.
It's in the page.
Oh.
Okay. Should I wait for you or?
Oh, that might be a good idea. You must keep me safe, friend Bottom, as I keep you safe.
Yes. I'll keep you
But
safe.
not too close. Wannick is not sure what will happen.
Is this dangerous, talking to trees? Is that something you do often? And is there any danger that comes
It
with it?
depends on how old they are and cranky.
Well,
Sometimes.
That's just like people then. Okay. That makes sense. I'll take a couple steps back.
Wannick will kind of nod and he reaches inside and he lets Haddock Whelm come out on his hand and he offers it to Bottom. Bottom, keep Whelm safe.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
She's about the size of his hand. She's a huge yellow bee, you know. And she likes Bottom. And so she crawls up his arm and just stays on his shoulder. And you hear her little wings flutter a little bit. Zzz, zzz, and she's really just tickling him on the neck.
Everybody
alert.
Everybody likes Barham.
I feel like this is the perfect moment to mention that I'm not good with insects in general, especially the giant ones. But
she's
it's
not his
okay.
type.
Take your time. Just
He's just not that into you.
yeah,
He's just not that into her.
on his shoulder, like it's okay. Take your time. Just don't take too long. Oh God.
Bottom walks
Feel consensual.
kind of slow plodding step to the tree and he just snaps his quarterstaff back on his back. It just kind of weaves back in and then he just reaches out and puts his big hand on it and he is going to use one of his spellcraft abilities called Nature's Tongue and speak with the tree. So that's an instinct roll. That's okay.
Go for it.
Do it.
Do it.
That's
Nice.
17. Since his instinct gets +1.
With hope.
That is a success. What are you asking, or how do you want to address the Great Ginkgo?
Great Ginkgo. Why you attack friend Bottom and Opal? What has happened? What has changed inside you?
What you get back is more of an emotion than anything. And it first starts as a feeling in your gut, just a roiling ball of anxiety. And it flashes of anger, of sorrow, of past moments of joy and memories of children dancing about it in the wading pool that surrounds this tree. but you notice something on the edges of the emotions and the thoughts that this tree is projecting to you. A creeping darkness starting from the roots. And you get a glimpse of it's longing for a shoe.
God damn this shoe.
God damn it. Are you done? Ugh.
Oh, you muted?
Wanna pulls the hand away and looks up into the great ginkgos, and he's getting a sense of what is wrong, but it isn't sitting yet. He's missing a detail. Ninsu, when he tried to find Ninsu's soul, he found something else wanting a shoe, and then this other thing is coming up through the great ginkgo and subverting the circle, really, the circle of existence, the circle of life, which is why he doesn't have any fear. And he turns back to friend Bottom and looks down at him. The great ginkgo says, "It is sorry."
Right. Okay. Is that it?
It also is looking for its shoe. Friend Bottom, Wanna
What?
not know what that means.
A shoe? Like my shoe? No, it's looking for its shoe.
Yes. Like the soul inside Ninsu. The same shoe. A small, cobbled shoe. Weaving together.
Right. I'll keep an eye out for a shoe.
Yeah.
Can you take your bee back? Why is it wet?
Yeah.
It's wet. I feel something humid on my shoulder now.
Sticky.
Is that honey?
Pollen. Pollen, friend Bottom. Pollen.
Oh, she's trying to mate with you.
Oh,
She's trying to mate with you.
oh God.
Glam lifts off and lands back on Wannick. There's a little imprint of her, little pollen mark.
I pull out a piece
Oh
of
my
cloth.
This
think
is a
that ma-
PG stream, guys.
Really? Since when?
Oh, have you
my
seen the bee
God.
movie?
B movie. That's rated R.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Well, let's not do that ever again. In fact, should we go?
Yes, let's find our friends, friend Bottom.
Yes. Yes, thank you.
So the two of you make the journey across town back towards the posh district where Zola, Gala, and the workshop are. Mal, you accompany Zola's mother up the stairs into the workshop. And what do they find?
They find Zola. She has her head down. She's at her desk, the vanity mirror, the desk as well, and two hands just sitting on top of the desk, and her head is down. And as she hears the door open again, you see her left hand go to the right, and she twists one of her arcane gauntlets that sits on her wrist at all times. She twists it, and she is trying to cast a temporary thick fog to hide herself in. I can roll, or it can. This is something that she could do, but it's up to you if you want me to roll for it.
No, don't go for it. No roll needed.
So she twists it, and it kind of shifts in color. So it starts off white, and then you could see that it is starting to turn into this dark blue color. And as they're walking in, you can see her being enveloped in it. And so it's this huge, thick fog, maybe 6 feet on each side and above her. And she has hidden herself inside of it.
Hey, Zola, it's me, Mal. I'm here with your mom. Are you? What happened in here? Are you all right? I saw the explosion, and by the way, your bathtub might have a ghost in it. But that's neither here nor there. Your mom's here with me. We wanted to make sure you were okay. Your weird dad just kind of left.
And you can kind of hear weakly, Mom?
Zola?
But she doesn't leave the fog. She kind of still sits in it.
Are you in there?
Yeah, I'm in here.
Are you okay?
And she just kind of stays silent at the question.
Mal's gonna awkwardly try to clean up the bit of the room because I assume because of a maelstrom, it's kind of a disaster, and he doesn't want to step on the toes of a mother-daughter conversation. So he's just gonna quietly like unflip the table, push the things back, not the way they were probably, but at least not all over the place.
And while you do that, you see Zola's mother's tentatively step into this fog.
And she can, as she steps in, she can see her now, very tense shoulders as she's just sitting there, kind of frozen, and I'm not sure what to do.
She comes next to you. She puts one arm around your shoulders and kind of kneels down to your height where you're sitting and leans her head on your shoulder.
And then she starts to cry because her eyes were already watering. And as her mom shows her that care, just eyes start to water and tears fall.
I'm so sorry, Zola.
I want to make sure that I make Father proud, and he wants me to go out there. But I know what I want, and I know what my duty is, and I'm not sure which one to follow.
Father is an ambitious man, a very brilliant man. It's what attracted me to him when I first met him. But over the years, I lost myself, and I allowed you to get lost with me. And I'm sorry for that, Zola.
Am I lost now?
If you are, it is of my own doing. I should have spoken to you of this years ago.
And she like wipes her face and her tears, and she says, I'm still just, I'm scared and I'm confused. But if I'm lost, can you help me?
She squeezes as hard as she can and says, I will do everything I can to make this right.
And Zola will like throw her arms around her mom. And they think this is like the first time she's done it since she was like 7, 8 years old. And just buries her face in her neck and hugs her really tightly.
You can feel your mother like sobbing into your shoulder. I'm so sorry, Zola. It didn't have to happen this way. You didn't have to be involved. I should have warned you.
You're probably just doing what you thought was best. But I think we can move forward, and you can help me now. And I can help you and maybe even help the family.
She pulls herself back from you a little, and you can see tears streaming down her face, and she's got the snotty nose going and everything.
Yeah, I'll grab like some tissues from and I'll start wiping her face.
She smiles at you, a warm smile, an authentic smile, one that you haven't seen in quite some time. There. Your family, our family, your father, you can see that she's struggling for the word. She doesn't quite know where to start. Your father, he has such a strong personality. He has such a forceful will. And he had such grand plans, such grand designs for our family and you in particular. You are so much like your father. Brilliant, passionate, driven by your work. I didn't feel it was my place to dissuade you from that path, a path so clearly in front of you, a path that you seemed so willing to travel.
Can I tell you the truth?
Of course.
I've always thought he was brilliant, but from what I saw tonight, a part of me doesn't want to be like him anymore. And I think that scares me too.
Don't judge your father too harshly. He may seem cold and distant, but there is a good cause for that. She looks around at the mist around you.
It has started to change color, and now it's like a soft pinkish coral now.
Your friend, Malachite, can he hear us?
Oh,
Is he okay? He's crying. in the
Yeah.
corner.
I was gonna say no. If he could, Mal was totally eavesdropping. If he,
this doesn't no, it's purely aesthetics. It's not any type of like silence barrier. You heard everything clearly.
he's still gonna like pretend like he has his back to the cloud. He found a broom and he's like sweeping and he's just like leaning back and listening. And he also starts to cry a little bit, but then he's just like
Yeah.
wiping it up because he's like he's an ugly crier. So like he's trying to wipe his face. He's just like, good job, Mal. Good job.
I just I'll tell my mother. I'll say, "Oh, yeah. I guess he did hear all of that. He's a good friend of mine. So
She leans into you and whispers in your ear, I like him.
yeah, he's a good guy.
There's something I must tell you, both of you.
Okay. I just kind of wipe any residual smudges off her face, fix her makeup a little bit, and I'll clear myself up. And then I will twist the gauntlet on my wrist again, and it starts to dissipate slowly. And you can see us again.
You see Mal very clumsily turn his back and be like holding like two books like against the shelving, like I was trying. I don't know if you alphabetize or color code or
It's okay, Mel. I just thank you for showing up.
Yeah, sure, no problem. I'm glad you're okay. Definitely got very worried and ran into your mom and thought we'd make sure you were good.
And like genuinely, she looks at you and like you can see this. You can still see like residual sadness in her eyes, but she'll say, "Thank you." Seriously.
Glad to help out a friend.
And I'm glad you're my friend. And she'll like put a hand on your shoulder as she says it.
Kiss. Sorry. Sorry.
Can you? My mother is right.
Yo, I forgot to turn it off.
Your mother
Sorry.
just leans into you.
The only couple in
Hug him.
your mom. Does she say that?
Yes.
Does she?
He wants
Okay.
a hug. He wants a hug.
He wants to hug too. My mother is wise, and I'll come in to hug you, and as tight as she can.
He lets her wrap your arms around him and he puts his arms over yours, like, yeah, I got your back. You got mine.
I got your back too.
Hell yeah.
We're in this together now. Whatever this is.
Baram, Wanek, it's at this point in time, you arrive at the bottom of this workshop and you can hear the distant voices of your friends coming from above.
Right, so what now? Can we just walk in? Is it on like a different floor or?
I think it's second floor of this building.
Okay, should we just walk in and?
Yeah, I think Wanek just walked right by him. He keeps going.
Wanek,
You see him. You see Wanek tip his head up, take a big sniff. He's scent hunting. That's how he tracks, and he catches
yeah,
a bit of
that's what I
Zora.
Yeah.
He looks at Baram like, "What's up? What's up?" And then he just keeps walking in.
Don't often just walk into places without being invited. Sorry.
If you
and I
barge
follow
in,
him.
you do see us like hugging, and I go,
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
jump
we
apart.
both jump. Oh, yeah.
Hi.
Hey,
Good evening.
This has been a weird night, and I'm looking like awkwardly next to me.
Okay.
Well, this is just a friendship hug.
yeah, nothing weird here other than, I guess, ghosts.
Really
and
didn't
stuff.
have to explain anything. That's a weird
Wait.
thing to just
Friends hug.
say
Yeah, it's totally
unprompted.
normal.
That's-
Well, I just wanted to let you know that
fine.
friends hug. So
Yeah.
it's a normal
I
thing.
turned to her mom. Hello, I am Bottom. Pleasure. to
Sorry.
meet
Yes.
you."
How rude of me. This is my mother, her Zola, senior.
Zola Senior. It is a pleasure to meet you.
And
I am
the
Bottom.
pleasure's mine. And she bows deeply to you. And she looks over at Wanek and her eyes kind of widen.
Bottom. I'm looking at you like bow, bow.
Who's Bow?
I said bottom bow.
And he gives a extremely exaggerated curtsy, like
Okay.
A curtsy.
A curtsy.
yeah,
That's
he's
for
like
women.
hey, that's for
is not the
whoever
wor-
wants to do
This is
it.
not the royal court.
Wanek
just
watches
does it.
Baram curtsy. He
Yeah.
figures that's what he's supposed to do, and then Wanek curtsies too. But he doesn't have a
These are more associates, mother. I apologize.
No apologies needed. Oh, I'm so happy you have friends, Zola.
Yep.
Yep.
Wait. Hang on. Baram. Where's my
Yes.
sister?
Right. So, could we have a conversation, perhaps? She's okay. But we
But what?
we were attacked.
Baram saved her life. Almost gave his own.
I was also kind of attacked tonight.
Me too.
So it
That's why I
wasn't
said
just
there might be
me.
a ghost in the bathtub.
So I wasn't
So-
the only one. Okay.
No, this night is crazy.
Could we
and
please
I think
talk somewhere?
yes, no, but I think my
Zola
mother can
Senior.
actually help us. No,
Where-
she.
Can she?
Where is Opal right now?
She's at her house. I took her to your house, the forge. She
Is she
asked me
okay?
to just leave her by the door. She didn't want me
Is
to
she
walk
okay?
in. Well, she's
all
okay
right.
now.
She's okay now.
Any sort of tension in Mal's body just deflates heavily from that, and completely believes Wanek. Completely believes him. Wasn't going to believe anything Baram said, but believes Wanek.
Yes. It was really bad. We were attacked by something. Something tried to entangle Opal, and some little sprites, bluish, fiery demons, burned us. I attacked them. I pushed them away, and we managed to flee. But she got
yeah.
really hurt, and Wanek actually healed her. That wasn't me.
I owe both of you a great deal of thanks. He struggles to say thanks as he looks at Baram, but You guys are always welcome at my place, and my dad and I will cook you all a nice dinner as a thank you and a sort of a celebration of us all defeating a ghost of some sort. Definitely.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it's a very nice thing that you did. I'm glad that she's okay.
Yes, but
I saw I
what's
saw
your
something.
face?
I saw something, and I captured it in a box, like
What?
You
a face.
captured it.
That's why my workshop looks crazy. There was a sort of small maelstrom tornado and a face. I know this sounds crazy.
A storm
know
in a
this sounds-
bottle.
No. I know this sounds crazy, but a face like popped out of the storm inside my workshop, and I was able to capture it inside of a box. But now my father has this box. It is
That's
locked.
the thing he was holding.
It is
Okay.
locked though, so
But
he
did
can't.
he take it?
He does
Why?
have it. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Did you give it to him?
He kind of, I mean, I was very confused. I was scared. He kind of grabbed it, and I didn't stop him. I never grabbed anything
Yeah.
from him in my life. So,
Yeah,
Hey,
he was
it's-
kind of just
it's okay.
staring at it, and then he left, all still staring at it, and thought that was weird. No offense, as he looks to both Zola and her mom.
Yeah, it's,
no,
it's okay.
actually, that was kind of offensive. I wouldn't.
Okay, so that was
Yeah.
good for me to not feel okay.
No, don't call him weird.
No, I'll keep that to myself. But it was right that the vibes were off with how he was acting.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
yeah.
Was it looking for a shoe?
Yes, a shoe.
No,
perhaps.
but
Small.
Anything about a shoe.
but as I captured it, it said no, right, Andrew? Above table, it screamed no, right? As I was capturing it. Okay, yes. So yeah, as I was capturing it, it screamed like a warning, or it told me like it didn't want to be captured.
I mean, that's.
I guess most
understandable.
things, right? Most things don't
Right.
want to.
Yeah.
But it's
But it
yes,
was-
it's good. It's good. It's
It was trying to scare me. I don't know. I'm
yeah,
still,
yeah.
you don't.
I'm still trying to wrap my mind around. I've never seen anything like this before.
And I'm so sorry, but you also don't look as good right now. Did
I
it
know.
hurt you?
I know. Okay.
Yes.
It's
I
been a
just-
rough night, as you know.
Yeah, some of us have been attacked by a ghost while taking a bath. All right.
Yeah.
Were you attacked by a ghost?
Yeah, in the bath, which I apologize. It might be broken.
It's okay. Baths, they're a dime a dozen. We can buy another bath.
Oh, that's so good to know. Okay. Yeah, it showed up in the bathtub, tried to drown me, told me Opal was going to become a ghost, which made me really mad. So I'm glad that ghost was a liar.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then it
no,
just
she's-
kind of disappeared. It also turned
okay.
most of the bathroom to ice. And then it did this to me. He like casually like takes part of his shirt off and like shows the two black like rakes in against his scales.
Oh.
Yeah, that really stung.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, fine. Totally handled it. Didn't slip and fall and make a fool of myself. Yeah. No, it just disappeared out of nowhere. I'm not sure what did it, whether it was scared of me because it tried to scare me and it didn't work, or I don't know if it got bored. But
So all of
It just
this
kind of
happened.
just stopped.
I'll turn to Zola Senior, and I'll say, I know this sounds, or does it sound crazy to you? Any of what we're saying right now?
She looks across at each of you and no. Sadly, no.
No.
Hmm.
So, could you help us? Or I'm just confused on like what we do next.
I didn't think it would come to this point. I knew that mining the ghost coal was dangerous. I
Is this a-
didn't.
So it has
So-
to do with the ghost coal.
And perhaps the man who died today.
Yeah.
Elder Zola. Is the circle broken in the deep? Do we have to go into the mine?
I guess, yes.
I
So long time, generations ago. And Malachite, you might have heard tales of this from your own family. There was a promise made
Okay.
that Mujin, upon being liberated from the bandit kings and the scourges of the sea that plague this area, that we could remain as stewards of this land, take what we needed to survive, but no more. We had promised not to dig too deep, but when the first three shafts within Mount Pekchu dried up and this town was on the verge of ruin, we broke that promise, and mine shaft number 4 dug deeper. We found the ghost coal. And the ghost coal has since given us prosperity, wealth, and progress.
Yes. Father always said it was for the purpose of progress, and we haven't seen any downsides of it.
Precisely. And for the first year up until now, I thought, okay, maybe the promise was a myth. Maybe it was just folklore and stories that older generations tell.
Well, the attack today felt like some sort of retaliation. And I didn't even do
Retaliation of
anything this
what?
time.
Retaliation of what, though?
Well,
From taking too much.
yes, and I trained with my master about spirits and spiritual energy, and I can definitely feel that there's something wrong going on.
So
Now,
you're
I don't know exactly what's the root of this, but
So is it like I'm so confused. Like the Earth is fighting back? Does that sound crazy?
There are stories, and I can't tell myth from fact, but there are stories that when the bandit king and his band of thieves were destroyed by none other than an ancestors of yours, Malachite, an Ember Song.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a little gobsmacked hearing this from somebody that's not from my family. Yeah, the first Ember Song, her name was Agni Ember Song. She made home in Mujin and defeated the bandit king and helped broker peace between the spirits and the elements that surrounded Mujin so that it would stay protected. And it was supposed to be a balance of each giving and each taking. None would take too much from the other side. And Agni was a marshal to that. Or at least that's what I've been told since I was a baby. And I always thought my dad was exaggerating a lot of the stories, but I guess there were little nuggets of truth in there. If what you're saying is true, and
Maybe there's something maybe there's something we can build to like treat the earth kinder. I'm sorry, I'm out of my element here.
I feel
Well,
like
your
any
father.
tampering with the spiritual forces would just make it worse.
Precisely. And that is what your father, Zola, that is, he sought to tame whatever this spiritual energy within the ghost coal was. He saw its potential beyond the forging of incredibly strong steel. He saw something else.
Okay. He's never mentioned this before.
And I'm
I guess-
sorry he enlisted you into it.
And it seems like these spirits, I mean, our family doesn't really discuss these things, so I'm confused.
For someone who doesn't discuss them, he seemed rather obsessed over what you caught.
Yeah, I guess so. So
Well.
obsessed he didn't even notice that I was hurt. Like, didn't even look at me.
Okay, now I feel very validated and having bad vibes.
That is horrible, Zola. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. He's a focused man, so
Well, that's
That's not how
not
family
okay,
treats each
though.
other.
I
we could deal with we could go to therapy another day, but I think
yes.
Well, let's maybe get the ghost back from him.
yeah,
Yes.
and I mean I wanted to study it. I wanted to catch it, and I was just very I was very stressed. No?
You don't understand. We have crossed the threshold. What has
Sorry.
happened here tonight is clear. That whatever is in the ghost school, whatever is in the mountain, has awoken.
So should I let the thing I caught go? That's just what I'm wondering. Was it bad for me to catch it because I wanted to study it? Should we free it?
To-
Well, hi. Sorry. I don't know exactly what would be the best option here, but
Yeah.
I did train with my master. I don't know if you've heard him. If you've heard of him, Master Do Yun. I trained in the art of the sword tree, and spiritual balance is kind of my thing. So we could definitely get this thing and not study it, but understand it and perhaps understand what it wants or what it
I
needs. And if we want to go deep into the mines and check what's down there, we could bring it to balance. I don't think there is such a thing as ethical probing in this situation, but we could try and bring it to balance. I
Okay.
have a
But-
tool
but
that is made for that, and I tap the
it wasn't my
hilt.
yeah, it wasn't my first thought. I was thinking I could, utilize it, but
When did it
That's-
show up, Zola?
it sounds like it showed up around the same time your ghost thing happened in the tub.
The explosion.
Yeah.
And my attack, I guess.
Yeah, sounds like everything happened at the same time.
Right.
It was the dagger.
I'll pull it out. She's holding it. The dagger is fine, but
I
I'm
care
so-
more about your well-being than the dagger, but is it the dagger what did it?
when I put the dagger and my Magitech component together, a loud kind of pulse exploded. And that may have been the kind of nexus of everything.
Okay.
But here it is now. I'm so sorry. It doesn't look like it works like it used to. And I should pull it out and kind of present it to you.
He looks at it, and a lot of thoughts are swirling in his head. Now feeling like partially responsible for what happened, and putting Zola in danger, Barum and Wanik, and his own sister in danger because of something he, not intentionally, but still is responsible for. And you can all see he kind of shrinks a little bit, and like his posture drops a little bit, his shoulders drop, and he picks it up.
Oh,
and-
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to break it.
No, that's fine. How many things have I broken that you've given me? It's fine. It's more than fine. We can always build another sword, and
Right.
Absolutely.
no worries. He's very much trying to hide that sort of regret, but it's very plain to see on his face.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
she sees it.
All right. So Is our next step
It's-
to just go after that spirit in a jar, or whatever that is, or
Yeah.
something?
not
Maybe
sure what
Wanna
it
can
is.
talk to it.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
it can talk. Like it was talking it. Like
Oh,
Sure.
it at least said like no, like it's
Sure.
so it spoke.
And if we want to tame it or, you know, bring balance to it, we could use this tool. We just need to find a great warrior.
Right. I'm not a great warrior. So
Well, me neither. I mean,
Wanik is
I am, but
Wanik your great warrior me? You're muted.
You're muted.
yes, it's the
Ballroom
beginning.
is great warrior. Ballroom is great.
Oh,
But Wanik thinks it must come from the deep. He
Yes.
saw the blackness rise up, and when he spoke to the great tree, it was in its roots. It does not appear with us. It is coming from below, where the ghost coal is.
Okay, so bottom, you're not the great warrior that we need. We need to go to deep, I guess.
well, maybe I am a great warrior, but this blade
you?
is not just. Ouch! First of all,
Well, no,
No,
genuinely,
it's okay.
I'm just saying, I've never seen
listen,
you.
you're too busy, and that's okay. I'm not gonna. I will choose to not be offended by that. Just give me 2 seconds.
Have you gone to war?
I'm good. I'm. Bottom, actually, something happens here inside, but in a way, yes.
I don't mean
carry-
like I don't mean mentally or
is-
spiritually. I mean like literally. Have you gone to war?
I guess no, Zola. Perhaps that's why I'm not a great warrior. But I do carry this blade. It was my master's blade, and it's not just a sword, it's a key. It's a symbol of connection and balance between mortal and spiritual. And the story says that this sword is supposed to be wielded by a great warrior who is entirely connected to both his spiritual side and his mortal side, and that
Oh,
he has the ability to bring balance to energy. And for now, I'm only carrying this blade and looking for this warrior. That's what I've been doing for the past while. So as long as we can find this great warrior, this is not the short-term objective here. We should definitely get the storm in the jar thing, or maybe go deep into the mines. But
yeah.
eventually finding this great warrior, I could finally give this sword to him and to them, and perhaps that could be the person who will solve all the problems and bring balance to this region.
Did your master say? Did he tell you who the great warrior was, or where to find him, or her?
Many of the things that my master said were very vague, and that was a while ago. So no, not a specific person. He said that I would know it. I would know them when I found them.
Huh.
He told me that I would know it, that I would feel it, and I haven't really felt anything yet.
It's not very helpful at all. It's
Yes.
very vague.
Yes, I haven't even seen this blade entirely. I just keep it in the sheath. I've never
haven't
got
even
to
looked
see
at
my
it?
master using. No, I've never got to see my master actually using it. He used it in the past. He won many battles, defeated many foes in the past, and he brought balance to many regions. I never got. Well, I guess I was fortunate enough to never have to see the blade, and I've been keeping it safe for the past few years.
Okay.
And
Is it bad if we pull it out right now and look at it?
I mean, I feel like that removes the whole drama and the epicness of the thing. I feel like we should wait for the moment where we actually find the great
it's-
hero. But if you want to look at
I
it,
would love to. Yeah, I would love to look at it. And she's like holding her magic component.
oh, okay, maybe. Sorry, no offense. Maybe let's keep the magic-y, sciencey things distant from the actually
Magitech.
deeply spiritual stuff. Magic hat.
Magitech.
Yes. Great stuff. I love what you do. Let's
great,
maybe
yeah.
just keep one great thing separate from the other great thing.
But if you put two great things together, you create
So that storm in the jar.
a
Where
great
is it?
baby. It is. My
Why
father
don't we
has it.
let's catch up with your dad and we can heckle Barum about this later. I'm very curious about this sword and the stories attached to it. And
Yes.
it pains me to say this, Barum,
just-
but
Yeah.
you're selling yourself short at least a little bit. My sister wouldn't be as obsessed with you if you weren't at least somewhat great.
She's a little delulu, actually.
See, I told you, Barum. Friend Barum. Friend Barum is great.
That
Trying to
he
be
didn't
nice to
really.
him.
Yeah, that was really not a compliment though. I felt like. Okay, so we're looking for Dad now. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, he said he was making his way back to the Grand Hall. He wanted to present it, actually.
Wait, what?
Oh wait.
I
What?
left that out.
No.
Yes, he wants to present it. I originally wanted to present
Lead
what
with
I
that.
created with.
Perhaps.
Sorry if I
Let's
buried
let's
That's-
walk and talk.
Yes, walk and talk. Walk and talk.
Zola, your mother gently places a hand on your arm as you leave.
Oh,
Can I just have a quick word with you before you and her friends rush off?
of course, of course.
She waits for the rest of you to leave. And she talks to you in private, Zola, and says, I have never been prouder in my life of you than I have been tonight. Despite what happened, I know it did not come from a place of malice or selfishness. And I know you want to set things right. But don't be afraid to ask for help.
Ask for help from who?
Well, you have your friends. The Malachite gentleman, he seems particularly fond of you.
Okay, Mom. Yeah. He's great.
But I must go away.
Wait, what do you mean? You can't go. You said you were gonna help me.
I am helping in my own way.
But you know so much more about this, it seems, and I don't know anyone who knows. Maybe Wanik, the big mushroom guy. But
I have told you as much as I can. That I know. What I do, I must do for myself. And
okay. So
For-
you have to go on your own journey.
yes,
Are you coming back?
he smiles at you.
Are you, Mother?
I hope so.
No, you have to come back. You have me. You have my brothers.
My dearest daughter, I want nothing more than to spend more time with you, to watch you become the most incredible person I know you are.
Are you sure? Do you have to leave right now? Maybe you could leave after we figure all this out.
No, there is urgency to this.
Okay. Okay. Are you sure?
I am.
Okay. I know that once you set your mind to things. Do you? So just your final advice is to trust my friends.
Trust your friends.
Okay, what do you think about Bottom though? Because he said he's warrior, but he's never been to war. You must also be confused, right? Like he's never looked at the sword. He's not curious about it.
He strikes me as one who still needs to find his way.
That's what I. You know what? I was thinking that too. I was like, this guy's confused. But I think he's good deep down. But I'm also confused. And I think we're all just trying to find answers, and you're leaving to help us, right?
I am. I have a debt to pay.
That's ominous. That doesn't make me happy to see you leave and see you off.
I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for you.
Okay. You're going on your own journey, and I hope for your safe return. And her voice is kind of shaking a little bit.
She pulls you into a hug. Oh, my dearest daughter.
Please come back, okay?
I promise I will move heaven and earth to find my way back to you.
Are you gonna go say goodbye to anybody else?
And with that, she kind of wrenches herself away from you, doesn't look at you, and rushes down the stairs. The rest of you just see Zola's mother whisk past you without a word.
Zola's just standing there, their head down.
There goes Mom. You okay?
She has to go on her own journey just like we all have to. And I think it's important to her, so
Yes.
I should respect that.
She seems like she can handle herself pretty well.
She's a strong woman. And you notice she's like taller than me, and you could see her arms. She looks like she's cut. Like
Oh.
she is like a warrior. You could see those arms. Like you're like, oh wow, do you lift,
Damn.
bro?
All right.
So it's kind of yeah. So she's
Does she even live?
Yeah.
I said you run fast.
yeah. So she's basically like the women in Black Panther, the guards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
So that's basically how
Badass.
she stands and back straight. But Zola says, yeah, I think as we all go on our own journey, we have to respect that. So, and she said she's going to help us. So whatever journey she's going on, in some way, she's helping. So
Yes. Well, she's leaving, but
Let's
she's
go.
not gone. So
yeah, let's go catch a ghost in a box.
ghost in a box, ghost in a jar, spirit in a bottle.
It's like a glass box.
Storm in a
that
cup.
Yeah.
Wannick's going to break off a little piece of himself
Yeah.
and flick it at Elder Zola as she runs past.
That's gross.
And make an attack roll with a very small piece of himself. What
Attack roll.
What he's trying to do is not really do any damage, but he's going to use his ranger ability to spend hope, make an attack roll, and if that little piece of himself hits her, then he can know precisely what direction Zola's mother is at any time.
Okay. Just
Okay.
the word
I'll-
attack
That's
just sounds
awesome.
intense.
Yeah.
I'll give you a choice.
Wait.
here.
Yeah.
If you want to succeed on this, I'll give it to you, but with a consequence.
Oh yes, most definitely.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Consequence.
No roll.
Consequence.
Hell yeah.
All right. So what does this little piece of yourself look like?
He probably picks off one of the little phosphorescent spore little mushrooms on the top of his shoulder, picks it off and flicks it at her, trying to hit her like in the back of the neck or the back. It's, an agile attack roll, and knows that that little piece of him is still there. It's a little part of him. All fungals give each other parts of themselves to remember each other by, and if it touches her, he just makes a connection, almost like the mycelium underneath. He's making a connection with Zola's mother,
Okay.
and using that to track or at least know where she's going because she thinks she's important to Zola, and therefore Elder Zola is important to him.
Okay.
I just imagine a little mushroom with little tiny blue eyes, like like one of the Ghibli spirits. It kind of just pops on, or like it opens its little eyes, it looks around, closes its eyes, and pretends to be hiding.
I imagine Clayface from the
oh.
comics, and
Yeah.
he can rip off a piece of himself, like a little piece of Clayman, and
Yeah.
Like it.
yeah.
All right.
Just a little Clayman.
Like
Lil Wanik is going on his own quest.
oh, little
Oh,
Wanik.
the little Wanik. Nice. I'm
Little
going to
buddy.
get back to you on that consequence. It's going to
Sure.
come back to you a little later.
Oh,
No.
But where are you guys going now?
we're gonna catch a ghost in a box.
Looking for Dad.
Yes.
Back at the
Second
Dad.
channel. Yes, that's the other.
Oh,
one.
we have to change the name of our channel now.
Yeah.
All right.
Looking for Dad.
Yeah.
Well, we found Mom. Now we got to look for Dad.
We
so
did
Yeah.
find Mom, and
There
she's
goes.
gone already, so we might have to
Yeah.
find her.
Oh
again.
yes.
Yeah. It'll be the
Character
second
art.
time, yeah.
Never-ending
Yes.
search for Mom.
All right. So you make your way back to the gallery. You can see people starting to stream out. They're a little confused, still recovering from this blast that just laid waste to their elegant ball. They don't even glance up at you. They seem a little stunned still. The guard that kind of gave you the once over, Mal, as you first entered, is you find him like kneeling, or not kneeling, sitting down with his head in his hands. He just seems to have the worst headache. He doesn't even look up at you. You can walk right in if you like.
Yeah.
All right.
Just kind of just
You walk
awkwardly
in.
looks at him.
You walk into the main ballroom, and you see on the far side of the room is otherwise emptied out. You see broken glass kind of littering the floor all over the place. You see your father, surrounded by a group of men. One of them you recognize. He stands head and shoulders above everyone else. This is the giant foreman that you had fired just earlier that day, Zola.
Ooh.
I did fire him.
Yeah.
I'll say, what is he doing here?
Oh.
And you hear your father, his voice proud and filling this entire chamber. Friends, colleagues, I have done it. I have harnessed the true power
Exactly.
of the ghost coal. It is here within this box, and I will now display to you its true potential.
Nope.
And
I will say,
you know,
can I spend a story point?
what would you like to spend it on?
Andrew's like, what is it, you little stinker? There is an arcane lock on it, but he is also a powerful wizard. Like everybody in the family is a wizard except for the mother, who is she's a commander, or what is the fighter one? I forgot what it's called.
Warrior or guardian.
She's a guardian, yeah.
Okay. So there's a powerful arcane. Mark that story point off. So I will spend a fear point then.
Oh God.
Yay!
Do we need to stop this?
I'm happy for you as the GM.
As you can see him place the glass box with a swirling mass of ash and smoke in this box. You can still see this face pressing up against the glass. Silent screams within it. The enormous man stands to one side. Watch now what power we possess in our hands. With this, no one will be able to stand in the way of our king. And with a snap of his fingers, the lock breaks. The box opens. And this swirling mass of ash smoke in his face, erupts from this box, fills the room. It's as if you were caught in a hurricane. Shards of glass flying everywhere. I'm going to need each of you to make an agility reaction roll for me, please.
Okay.
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 I'm gonna use my thing. I have quick reactions because of my ancestry. I am half elf, so I'm gonna mark a stress and gain advantage on that because I don't have a good feeling about this. So I add
Advantage
a
is
D6.
that 3d12 and then drop the lowest? Is that how
Nope,
that works?
you roll a
It's a
d6
D6. Okay.
Oh, okay.
and add it to your roll.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Oh, got it.
You said agility.
Agility?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy. I have
Got
no
it.
bonus to that.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna spend a point of hope and brace and put one arm around Zola and try to hold her in place and do a helping action while Wanik is holding himself in place, if that's allowable. Spend hope and give her a d6 as a help action. And
Sure.
Oh.
By doing that, you will be exposing yourself. You will not get a roll. You will automatically fail.
okay, that's reasonable.
Okay. So
Oh
roll
my
with
gosh.
advantage.
Okay, I will roll. A 15 with it's a reaction, so no hope
Yeah.
here. So
15.
15.
I got a 14.
Yeah. And what did Matt roll?
All right, I'm gonna roll. Ooh, that's an 8 with hope.
All right.
God damn it.
It happens.
Barum and Mal and Wanik. Where did my dice go? There it is. You're each going to take 15 points of damage as these shards
15.
of glass go ripping through the ballroom.
So glad
Okay.
I put my armor back on.
Does this count? Does this count as an attack?
No, it does not. It's an effect. So
Okay. I want to do the. I mean, can I spend an armor slot to reduce that?
yes,
That's
Yes,
what I
you
was
can.
going to ask.
yes, you
Uh,
can.
I can't use my ability, but I would like to spend. So I spend one. I mark one slot, and I reduce it from severe to major.
Yes,
Is that it? Okay. So, ugh.
You said 15, right?
correct.
All right, so I drop mine from major to minor, so I only take 1 hit point.
Bottom kind of like he kicks a chair like Jackie Chan style and grabs it and uses it as a shield to try and defend himself a little bit. And he's like, "Get down!"
And Wanik,
yeah.
as you use your
Yeah.
body, your mass, to kind of shield Zola. Zola, you take no damage. But Wanik, you take the 15.
Oh, he's gonna mark armor slot and take 2.
Okay.
And the shards of glass just embed all over him. And light just scintillates off of it and just adds to his bioluminescence. And he looks down at Zola and says, "Friend Zola, Wanik is fine."
No, you're not fine. Why did you do that? I was gonna try to hide behind a table. You're hurt. Why did you do this?
We are all colony. Zoe, Zola, you are my colony. Friend Barum is my colony. This is all the colony I have. And Malachite, and you, most important.
Okay, just don't kill yourself for the colony. We all want you to stay alive, okay?
Reclamation happens to us all is not the end. It is just a portion of the circle.
Okay, I don't know what that means. Just please don't die.
Should we get the jar now?
As
Yeah.
you guys are. Go ahead.
I would say that Malachite is furious. Just all this talk and this harm being done just for the sake of pride, and literally not caring about what he's doing, Malachite is literally takes his sword out and it drags it across the ground against the wind and is marching towards Zola's father. And he's like just punching and biting the glass that shards and fly into his face, headbutting it, bashing it, taking wounds. One smacks him across the jaw, blood flies out of his mouth. And he's still marching. He's at least a good solid like 20 feet away from his friends because he just kept moving forward.
All right. So you start closing that distance. I need you to make an agility check again just to see how far you get before the next event happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you allow, if I mark the hope, could I use my experience for Strength of a Dragon to force my way through the storm to get closer?
Sure. I'll allow that.
Thank you. That
Also,
gives me a
may I
+2.
stay close to him as I'm also following?
Okay.
I would like to
Alright.
stay close to him in case he needs it, because I can.
I'll need you to
help.
make an agility roll too, then, Bottom.
Oh, ew. Okay.
That is a 12 with fear.
And a 23 with fear.
We keep giving him more fear. Ugh.
Yes, god damn it, I roll so I mean I'm rolling well. I'm succeeding, but with fear, which, arguably worse.
All right. Bottom, you are keeping up with your friend Mal. You're holding up this chair to shield you from the brunt of the force of these shards of glass, which are still spinning. Mal, as you march forward, you are getting more glass in the face.
He does not care.
I would like to do something. If I
Okay.
have to spend a plot point, I can do that.
Sure. Okay.
Bottom is, in all senses, a protector, a guardian. And there's a moment of urgency, and this is bad. There are shards of glass flying around, so Bottom is going to position himself in a way that he's accompanying Malachite and kind of guarding him and protecting him and shielding him. And he'll say, Malachite, forward! I'll keep you safe! And he pulls out his rapier to protect Malachite, and I would like to use everything that I have to protect him. I have my ability, I am your shield. Sorry, accent. I have my ability, I am your shield, and pretty much everything that I have is about protecting and defending people. So
Sure.
I am going to spend my plot point, if I may, to position myself in a way that Malachite is the one pushing forward. I'm the one standing on his side, defending him.
Okay. So what does that ability do? I am your shield.
I am your shield, specifically mechanically, is when an ally within very close range would take damage. I can mark stress to stand in the way and make myself the target of the attack instead. Now, here it says attack, but in the beginning it just says when an ally within very close range would take damage.
Okay,
So if
that's
I
fine.
may spend my plot point and just narratively as Bottom being the person that he is, I would like to stand in the way. And he's also he's got Guardian of Hope. He's a frontline tank, so just gonna stand in the way.
Yeah. 100%. You can do this. So you stand in the way, you take the brunt of the damage. You will take 14 points of damage.
That's fine. I will spend another armor slot to reduce that to major. Although I have a lot of hit points, I would like to keep them. So, come on, push forward. I'll keep you safe.
Careful, Fancy Pants. I'm starting to like you.
I wouldn't die on you like that. Don't worry. Come on.
Because you both rolled with fear, I get to make my GM move now.
You don't have to.
And
He has so many. Why wouldn't he?
this swirling mass of cloud above you, this face with this disembodied voice, focuses and concentrates on that giant of a man. And the man stands there in awe of what he is seeing. And there's a look of terror on his face for just a brief moment before that entire stream of smoke and ash goes into his open mouth. And everything just falls to the ground. The clatter, all the glass shatters, and there is an ominous silence. That's where we'll end tonight's session.
Ah,
Perfect.
come on.
I forgot one.
Amazing.
Oh God.
What a
Ended on a high note.
Oh, no. Come on. Come
No,
on.
that's a low note. That's a low note.
guys, it's actually not good.
That's actually
man.
a very low note.
God damn it.
Guys, we gotta find that shoe.
Where's the shoe? Cinderella.
Just start
Where's the
screaming
shoe?
at people. Where's the shoe?
Yes. Where's
Where's the goddamn shoe? And they're like, what?
Well, thank you so much for spending your evening with us. It's been a blast. And we'll see you around next week.
I rolled
for
2 critical
episode
successes.
3.
This was a great.
Hell yeah!
Yes. One after
And-
the
We all
other.
knew it was
baby.
coming.
Yes, it had to. it
Hell
had to.
yeah.
I think you have a couple things coming up this weekend.
A couple things. I know I have. I do have a couple things. Yeah. Thanks for the reminder. This Saturday, as usual, is our. Listen, at certain points, it actually added to the atmosphere. The dog. Yeah. So this Saturday is our Obajime game, session 2 of the adult arc, which John is in too as well.
Yes,
So
I am.
5:30 p.m. EST. If you want to come watch us do that Obajima-esque style game, very fun. And then on Sunday, I'll be interviewing Kendrick Smith, and he is the he runs Tales Yet Told, I believe. So it's his own like podcast, like heavy narrative. He loves horror and like kids on bikes type of horror, and he does very good audio narrative podcasts. So I'll be talking to him on Sunday as well. So
That's badass.
Very cool.
yeah, he's
Very
great.
cool.
He's great.
Nice.
Looking forward to it.
Cool.
So
Oh yeah.
join us for that, and we'll see you here next week.
Next week.
Yeah, next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bring your shoes.
Bring your shoe. Where's the shoe?
Bring
Where's
your
the
shoes.
shoe?